Hello guys, in this tutorial we are going to discuss what is the roles and responsibilities of Windows as administrator. Okay, so let's start. So basically first is a monitor all system alerts and assist to resolve complex issue in system hardware and software. So if you are working in a company or in your organization, in any organization, so and you are working as a Windows admin, okay, so there are lots of rules, okay, which you have, okay, and lots of activities which you have to done daily basis. Okay, so first is a monitor all system alerts and assist to resolve. So if there are lots of systems in your organization, so you have to manage all these systems by either it is operating system issues, either it is Windows issues or hardware issues or any software or application issues. So you have to manage and resolve that issues, okay, on priority basis. Okay. Second is administer efficient work of servers and system and provide support to everyday operations. So you have to manage and take backups of servers and do some maintenance like annual maintenance or daily maintenance, okay, on which on the servers which are running in your organization, in your company, okay, and provide supports in case of any issues to the concerned person's everyday operations. Next is the analyze system for failure and assist to restore files with the help of operating systems. If anybody in your organization facing some issues like MS Office issues and some other application issues, so you have to resolve on the priority basis as well as some operating system related issues. Next is a supervise efficient application of various Windows patches and security controls. So your daily task is to install some patches in Windows and some changes in registry settings if required. Okay, and creation of disk partitions. Okay, and format of disk partitions and some other security issues like enable on off firewalls, okay, and open ports and some starting some services, enable some features of Windows. Next is a manage and monitor system plans and supervise all activities for planning and plan system. So you have to create the system plans to execute things on the priority basis. Okay, so basically, you have to plan some activities as per the day or some unplanned activities. You can do that activities on next day. Okay, so you have to maintain your tracker to do some task. Okay, next is a install and configure various commercial product on Windows operating system. So you have to install antivirus, purchase antivirus, and install that antivirus in the systems and manage that antivirus and scan overall systems to find out the threats and viruses, okay, and some purchase some commercial license of softwares like MS Office license and some other license. Okay, next is a supervised system software processor and prepare upgrade strategies for storage. So you have to plan and you have to create a template to install the Windows and create the file structure. Okay, so as per company policy. And so next is administer and execute various management activities and manage all backup activities. So you have to take backups of the computers on the daily basis, okay, or hourly basis, on weekly basis. So it's totally up to you. Okay, next is a coordinate with various groups and perform troubleshoot on all production problems and provide resolutions. So if anybody or anyone, any employee facing some issues, same issues continuously, so you have to resolve and you have to do some problem management on that to find out the actual problem and some create some root cause analysis for the problems. Okay, next is a collaborate with networking departments and install necessary hardware to the system. So coordinate with the network team, okay, to take some network inputs and configure the network things like in IP addresses in the systems, okay, and configuration of DSCP servers and DSCP in your machines, okay, and check the statistics of the IPv4 as well as IPv6. Okay, and the transfer it and connect to the net and connect disconnect it to the net, and all about related to the networking things. So admin should know the basic things of the networking, basic skills of the networking. What is IP address, what is DNS, okay, and what is DHCP, okay, what is domain name system. So admin should know the things. These are the basic things. What is protocol, what is TCP IP, what is UDP, what is SNMP, what is SMTP. So admin should know all these protocols very well, so he or she can be work very efficiently in their role. Okay, next is a perform research on system technology and provide resolution to complex issues for processes, to read some articles and enhance their skills on the daily basis. And if some issues, getting some issues, new issues or critical issues, so just read that issues on the internet, browse about the issues, okay, why it's coming again and again, okay, and find out the exact root cause analysis for that problems. Okay, so and next is a manage database, monitor trouble tickets, and provide appropriate resolution for same. So admin should have a basic knowledge of database to manage that database, like MySQL, MS SQL, how to install MS SQL and how to install the MySQL and some other database like PostgreSQL and all other database. Okay, so admin should know how to install the database, what are the ports using in the database, communication protocol. Okay, and monitor sorry, and monitor trouble tickets. So admin should know the about the ticketing tool, what is the problem management, change management, okay, configuration management, what is the configuration item, okay, what is the catalog, service catalog, okay, so what is incident management. So admin should know about the basics of ITIL framework, information technology infrastructure library framework. So handle the tickets and create the tickets and resolve the tickets. Okay, so just basic things, basic knowledge about the ticketing tool like ServiceNow and HTOP and some other tools, fresh service like, and provide appropriate solution for the same. And on the same ticket, admin have to provide the solution on the same ticket, okay, and provide the resolution overall, okay, and close the ticket. Next is a determine support to patch application time frame for the same and develop appropriate strategies. So admin have to create some strategies to do some work on the on their role on the daily basis or monthly basis, and create some reports as well as some create some tracker. Okay, so next is a develop complex systems standards and recommend improvements to enhance performance. Okay, so admin should provide some external suggestions to the company to use new software or as well as open source software. So this is all about the Windows administrator roles and tasks. So apart from this, I'll explain what is the role of Windows administrator and what the things should know, what the technology should know by the admin. Okay, so basically if you are working as a Windows admin in any organization or in any IT company or in some other organization, so you should know basics of Windows, what is Windows and how it works, how to install the Windows, what is operating system, types of operating system, okay, Windows, Linux, Solaris, VSD, okay, and you should know the basic things of networking like what is protocol, what is IP address, okay, and what is in the protocol, what is SNMP, what is SMTP, what is TCP and what is UTP and their port, okay, and how to take the remote session of Windows machine as well as how to take the SSH session of Linux machine as well. If you are working as a Windows admin, it's good you have knowledge of Windows, but if you have a knowledge of Linux, so it's good to go and it's your advantage. Okay, so how to take SSH, and you should know how, what is switch, what is router, what is firewall, okay, and how firewall works, how you can create the rules in the firewall in Windows, and what is inbound rules and outbound rules. Suppose you have a application, you just install that application and you need to open a port to run that application to communicate to the remote system. So like let's take example, port is a 5666 and you have to open that port in your Windows machine. Okay, so how to open the port in the Windows machine, I'll explain in my system how to open ports in Windows machine. So just minimize this and just open control panel. Okay, and just you can just type firewall settings. Okay, so just check firewall status. Okay, so you can see the firewall is on in my system. Firewall status is on domain for domain networks as well private networks and guest or public networks. Okay, so if you want to change some settings, so just click on the advanced settings. Okay, so you can see there are inbound rules and outbound rules. So if you want to communicate or open a port, so you have to click on the inbound rules. Okay, and you can see there are lots of inbound rules over there. You can check that like AnyDesk is domain profile is enable allow. Okay, and this is the execution path. So if you want to create a new rule, just click on that. Okay, and these are the options: rule type, program, action, profile name. So what type of rule would you like to create? Rule that control connection for program, port, because we are going to open a port. So just click on the port rule that controls connection for TCP or UDP port. So just select the port and click on the next button. So you can see, does this rule apply to TCP or UDP? TCP. Okay, so all local ports. If you want to open all the local ports, all the default ports, just click on the all local ports. Or if you are going to open a specific local port, so just type that port. Just let's assume this one, just for demo. Okay, just click on next. Allow the connection. This includes connection that are protected with IPsec as well as those are not. Okay, so there are three options: block the connections, allow the connection. Allow the connection if it is secure. If the connection is requested is secure, so you will communicate, otherwise it will block automatically. So just click on the allow the connection and click on next. Okay, so when does the rule apply? In the domain, private or public? In my case, I'm just click all the options: domain, private and public. Click on the next, and you can say type some name of that particular port. So I'm just typing the test. Okay, and as well as you can type some descriptions for the same. Okay, just click on the finish button. So as I have created, you can see my name is test, profile is all, enable, allow, override. So this is the situation, this is the process how we can open the new rule in inbound rules in Windows machine. Apart from that, if you have a Windows machine and your Windows machine is not pinged by the other machine in the same network, so what should you do in that case? So I'll just explain. You have to check some things. Just go to the inbound rules, scroll down. Okay, and find the file and sharing echo request ICMP4. Okay, because ping is basically work as a echo request on ICMP protocol, internet control messaging protocol, sorry. Okay, so just check these options, and if this option is disabled, just click on that and enable the rule, or you can disable the rule as well. So as of now we have all the rules is enabled, so there is no requirement to enable that rules. Okay, so this is all about the inbound rules, and same as outbound rules. Okay, so you can see these are the outbound rules, and next is the monitoring. Okay, so as you can see, this is the monitoring statistics of the machine. So firewall state, Windows Defender firewall is on. Inbound rules, connection that do not match a rule are blocked. Okay, outbound connection that do not match a rule are allowed. So you can see there's a logging settings, the file maximum KB there's, and so this is all about the things. So you should know the basic things, how to open the ports. Okay, and how to use that ports and how to check the ports is communicating or listening by some other remote server or not. So you should know what is RDP, remote desktop protocol. Okay, what is SSH secure shell. So if you are going to take a SSH connection of any router or switch, you should know what is the port of SSH. SSH port is a 22. Okay, so what is telnet? Okay, so you should know the basic things which are using in daily life and daily activities in IT organization. Okay, so and if you want to check the statistics of internet, just click on that Wi-Fi button and open network and sharing settings. So as you can see, this is the Wi-Fi settings, as well as you can create hotspot networks in a Windows 10. It's a feature for Windows 10. So available networks, or you can show the some available networks, connect any one of them. So this is all about the Wi-Fi settings. Okay, so apart from that, if you want to enable some features in a Windows, so just click on, go to the control panel. Okay, and find out the programs and features. Click on programs and features. So these are the installed programs, so you can uninstall the programs from here. Okay, just click on this options, turn Windows features on or off. So click on that options. So to turn a feature on, select its checkbox. To turn feature off, clear its checkbox. Okay, it's based on the checkbox options. So you can see that checked options is enabled and unchecked options is disabled. So you can, if you want to enable the .NET framework for Windows machines, just click on that and okay, it will enable automatically. So these are the containers, data center bracing, device lockdown, okay, guarded host, Hyper-V, Internet Explorer, Internet Information Services, legacy component. So this is all about if you want to install or if you want to enable SNMP protocol. So I have just already installed, okay, SNMP. Okay, so just click on that simple network management protocol and click on the OK button. So it will reflect automatically. After that, you can check in services.msc file the service is running or not after enable the feature. So I'll check for the SNMP. Okay, so just wait and search the SNMP. As you can see, SNMP service is running as well as SNMP trap is running. So you can check in the services.msc file. Okay, so this is how to enable features in a Windows. Okay, and how to disable features in them. If you want to disable SNMP, just click on that and click on OK button. So it will automatically disable the features for the same. Okay, so